Sony from the Mind Body Project. Welcome back, day number 5. So we're talking about 10 misconceptions of weight loss. So 5, carbohydrates make you fat. What people usually do is they put carbs in a category and they usually put fats in a category. Now we may talk about fats later, so I'm not going to talk about that, but let's talk about carbs here. So carbohydrates are, you can get things like sweets, cakes, and lots of sugary stuff, but then you can also get some healthier stuff like some of the fruits and some of the veg as well. Now, what we need to be looking at is the quality of the carbohydrates that you're getting, rather than just saying all carbs make you fat. That's not quite how it is. As I said, with the body and the mind and a human being, is very complex to say this is the rule. That's not the rule. You have to be looking at the quality of the carbs that you're getting. Now, when it comes to anything sugary, and this is what I mentioned on my other videos as well, when it comes to anything sugary like sweets, biscuits, cakes, even your white rice, white bread, white pasta, things like that, they are going to cause an insulin spike. Now, insulin is the fat storage hormone. So insulin is going to go into the body, and for around about 2 hours after you've eaten something like that, especially in the meals, you are going to be storing fat. That's what your body's going to do. Yeah, storing fat. So that's what happens when you put sugar in the system. That is what you need to be aware of. The government are slowly coming around. Hey, hang on a minute. There's lots and lots of research showing this now. We better do something about it. Because not only is it causing that problem as well, people putting on weight, but it's also causing diabetes big time. Because the other thing sugar does is it's causing inflammation, especially around the pancreas. And that is causing type 2 diabetes. So that is what we need to be aware of with sugar. That's why those type of carbs that you have in the sugary type things are going to be a problem to you. They're going to be a problem, and that's why when I look at the Eat Well plate, I'm sitting there going, it's actually telling people to eat things that are actually causing the problem they're trying to prevent, which is silly. So that is why you'll see someone like, there's someone called Dr. Susan Peirce Thompson. If you look her up, she will, when she does this bright line eating, and she will have people take out near enough all flour and sugar out of their diet. You take them out because they're extremely addictive and they cause a problem with leptin. So leptin tells your brain, hey, I'm full up. But sugar and white flour basically block that from happening. So therefore, you can keep, this is why people can keep eating puddings. It's like, yeah, just keep, I've always got enough room for pudding. Yeah, because your brain, it blocks off leptin, which tells your brain, I'm full up. And so you can keep eating and eating and eating. And this is what happens. Some people have food addiction in this way, because they will just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, and they won't stop. So it's more addictive, especially sugar, more addictive than cocaine, especially the high fructose corn syrup that's in a lot of the products out there, especially the processed foods, especially the sugary type foods. So that is something that you need to take your children off, and that is something you need to take yourself off. You need to stop that happening, because it's causing a massive issue, especially with children. 1 in 3 diabetes. In ethnic minority, it's going to be 1 in 2. It needs to stop, guys. It needs to, because that's a massive, massive issue. So sugar from the carbs, that needs to be taken out. The other thing is, as well, is a mind-body issue. It stops you, it causes brain fog, or it causes you to be lethargic. So you feel very lethargic. You don't want to do, for example, you don't want to do any exercise. So that's the last thing you want to do when you're having like that much sugar in your system as well. You don't want to do it. So you stop thinking properly, so you can't do your work properly. Imagine kids sitting in their classroom trying to learn. I could only learn when I did this testing on myself. I could only sit there for 45 minutes and actually do any work, and after that my brain just didn't function properly. So that's another issue about the sugar that's coming in. People are not thinking properly, and you're not thinking properly once you're doing that. The only way you can actually really notice a difference, as I said, is do a detox to take sugar out for a week and see what happens. That includes all the sweeteners and things, because that causes insulin spikes. So sweeteners still causes 34% rise in diabetes. So sweeteners aren't even that type of stuff, because sweeteners are still causing that insulin spike. So they need to come out as well. So your cans of Diet Coke and Zero Pepsi and whatever that is, that stuff needs to stop as well, because that's causing the same sort of issues. So yeah, sugar from the carbs. So carbs, those type of carbs will make you fat, but then there's other types of carbs, high quality carbs, which are really good for you, and the body can absorb them very well.